Well, here at UCF, they call it the Bounce House, Spectrum Stadium. It's homecoming. They're jumping, they're bouncing, getting ready for a big American Conference matchup as ECU, the Pirates, are in town to take on the Knights of UCF here on homecoming inside beautiful Spectrum Stadium, where college football tonight on CBS Sports Network, presented proudly by Geico. ECU comes in 3-3, 0-2, looking for their first American Conference win. UCF 4-2. And they're looking to get back on track. Great to see you and be with you alongside my broadcast partner, Ross Tucker, 7 years in the National Football League. Justin Walters down on the field. My name is Ben Holden, and let's start with this UCF team. They've lost 2 of their last 3 games. They're coming off a bye week. The 18-game conference streak they had snapped by Cincinnati, but they've won 18 straight here. ECU comes in off a bye week too. How do you see it tonight?
Well, these teams are obviously coming from different places. UCF, for the first time in a long time, coming off a conference loss, and ECU is just building this thing. They're trying to get to UCF's level, and even just staying close, maybe even pulling off the upset tonight would be huge for their program.
You never know in the world of college football.
Yeah, really.
Dillon Gabriel, the lefty from Hawaii, he has been getting it done, Ross. He is a special, special player, a true freshman. And as we take a look now at our time for our Napa Know-How for All, show us what he does well and what they want him to not do.
Well, he is the best thrower of the quarterbacks they have. That's why he's starting. If they're even, they're leaving. Look at the perfect touch earlier this season against Stanford, dropping in the bucket, but he still is a freshman. And you saw earlier he had 3 interceptions against Cincinnati, including this costly pick 6, which was a big one and one of the main reasons why they lost to the Bearcats.
All right, so we'll shift it now to Mike Houston and ECU. The Pirates come in 3-3, still looking for their first win in conference play. Houston had a ton of success at James Madison, winning an FCS national title. Here he's rebuilding with offensive youth.
And the way they're doing it is all these young players at every position. And C.J. Johnson, the freshman number 5, he's already a star. He was unbelievable a couple weeks ago against Temple. So that's a great sign for them that they're that young on offense. Defense is more of the same. The best player in their secondary is Jaquan McMillan, up amongst the leaders in FBS in passes defense. Already has 2 picks. The coaches tell us he's already a leader midway through his true freshman season.
Good stuff. We'll be keeping our eyes on those young men, as well as Dillon Gabriel. And what a sight here in Orlando, Florida. Weather 79 at kickoff. Winds out of the south. Slight chance of showers. We got a shower about an hour and a half ago that came through, one of those pop-up varieties you get down here in Florida. And you managed to dodge it down on the field, partner.
This place is awesome. It really
is.
does bounce. When the students were bouncing, this whole place is shaking. This is incredible.
See that in the camera shot there as UCF won the toss. They defer. And the Pirates will get the football to begin the game here on homecoming. UCF 28-12 all-time in homecoming games. Tyler Snead back, awaiting the kickoff. Barski puts the right foot into it. Toe meets leather, and this one sails through the back of the end zone. As we take a look now at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups, and the quarterback for ECU. Gotta wait for the cow, man.
Gotta wait for the cow.
Holden Ahlers, a hometown product. What's the book on him, Ross?
Well, he's got great size. He's a lefty, and his coming out party was last year against UCF. He had 475 total yards against the Knights last year, so they're very familiar with his skill set.
First career game he started that night, and Ahlers going to the air, and the pass broken up on over the 40. We get a flag coming in from the back, though. Our referee tonight is Hank Johns. C.J. Johnson was the intended target. And we'll await the word from our referee, Hank Johns.
Didn't take them very long to go to their go-to guy, the true freshman, Johnson.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 27. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So there's the verdict. 4 seconds into the ball game. Yeah, Johnson, a special player.
Both these teams will go to the hurry up. They will get up on the ball. They want to go quickly.
Ahlers gives off left side. Demetrius Mooney. He's a true freshman in there. Darius Penix, they were hoping he'd be the guy, but out with an injury for this game, the future for him unknown. The rest of their offense brought to us by Chick-fil-A. Who do you highlight there?
I've mentioned him a couple of times. C.J. Johnson told me on the field before the game he's 230 pounds already. As a true freshman, really well put together, especially his lower body.
2nd and 9. Not much there as Mooney another carry. It'll bring up 3rd down and manageable for him. We'll take a look now at the UCF defense brought to us by Chick-fil-A and get a glimpse of that. Who do you like amongst this talented group?
Well, a lot of them, but the key guy is number 44, Nate Evans. Fell in love with him watching his tape against Cincinnati. The Will linebacker seemingly makes every tackle for the Knights.
And a career-high 17 in that loss 2 weeks ago at Cincinnati. 3rd and 7. This place into it. Ehlers gets rid of it over the middle, and it is caught across the 45-yard line of UCF by Blake Prohl, the son of former NFLer Ricky Prohl. But there is a flag on the far side of the field.
So impressed by the guts of Ehlers.
Offside. Defense. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is a 1st down.
He wasn't really even able to step into the throw, Ben. I mean, that is a nice velocity on an in-breaking route down the field without even being able to step into the throw. That's a huge start for the Pirates.
13 yards on the pass play. They get it outside. Little pitch there to Tay Williams, and Tay Williams going nowhere. Gang tackled by the Knights defensive group, and there is Evans leading the charge. Gilliard in there as well.
So impressed by Evans in that Cincinnati game. You'll see him, number 44. He's not fooled. He's going to scrape outside and make this play. They fake the zone read. The tackle's not going to. He's just too athletic. When you watch UCF on film, they can fly. One of your typical Florida teams, Ben, they've recruited so much speed, and it shows.
Mooney in the backfield, trying to burrow his way across the 40, stopped right at the 40-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 3rd down and 7.
And that's what you have to do when you're going against a team that's faster than you. UCF trying to sub, so ECU's trying to snap it quickly, but ECU subbed in themselves, so the umpire gives them time.
Call it 3rd and 6. Opening drive of the game. Both teams have been good in that department, scoring points this year in conference play.
C.J. Johnson is in the slot to Ehlers' left, right there. UCFD coordinator said if he's in the slot, he's getting the ball. Let's see if he was right.
And a monster game against Temple 2 weeks ago. Pressure coming from UCF. Throw, and it's broken up. They were looking to Prohl, and it's broken up on the back end by Tay Gowan, the cornerback. So that brings up 4th down for the Pirates.
Well, they didn't throw it to Johnson in the slot. Instead, it was the Prohl. He's going to run a deep dig. Nice coverage by Gowan. Very physical. I like the no call there by the officials. And again, Ehlers has to throw off his back foot. ECU, though, did a nice job on that drive, flipping the field. Has a chance to pin UCF deep.
So John Young, the junior, on to punt it away for ECU. He'll try to pin him. The catch is called for, and it'll be made at the 7-yard line by Otis Anderson, a 33-yard punt. So time for our Chick-fil-A lineups and our first look at this powerful Cow and UCF offense. Just a lethal group they've got on offense. And Dillon Gabriel, what did you take away from him on tape? I know you showed some of the open, but what are some things you took away from the good about him?
I think just how quick he is in everything he does. His hands, his feet. It's kind of crazy when you think about all the quarterbacks on UCF's roster. I mean, former Notre Dame transfer Brandon Wimbush, Darryl Mack, who started last year after Mackenzie Milton, who's still on the roster, went down. I mean, Dillon Gabriel was theoretically their 4th-string quarterback.
Here he goes to work, comes out firing. He's got Anderson, makes the catch. Gets it just across the 10-yard line. And this, if you have not seen UCF play, they go lightning quick.
Yeah, if you thought East Carolina went fast, wait till you see UCF.
7 to 10 seconds of play is what they normally average. The jet sweep here. Killings. Good job by the defensive group there for the Pirates of ECU, forcing him out. Not much doing there. Brings up 3rd and short.
Devondre Robinson did a really nice job on the edge there. setting the edge so that Daniel Charles, fellow safety, could come in and make that play. Fought off a block and gave them no room to run.
UCF 38% on third down this season. Greg McCray in the backfield to the right of Dillon Gabriel. Snap it to him. And they may have to measure for this.
It is awfully close. They're gonna call it a first down. Man, I thought they might measure that as well, Ben. UCF doesn't even wait for the change.
They don't. They just go at a lightning pace over the middle. This is caught. And another first down over the 35 by one of many studs in that wide receiver group, Gabriel Davis, with a first down catch there.
Well, and he's the guy that looks like a future pro. 6'3", 220, 3 straight games of over 100 yards.
28-yard pickup. They go right back to him. Davis tackled just across the 45-yard line. Let's quickly get a look at the rest of the offensive group for UCF. And who do you like amongst this group?
Well, he just caught 2 passes in a row. Gabriel Davis. What I love about that last play is if you're going to play off coverage, they just throw it to him. They'll just take it if you're going to give it to him.
McCray up the gut. Not a whole lot there. Half a yard short, looks like. Take a look at the defense for East Carolina. What they bring to the table. Their starters. Who do you like amongst this group?
Well, Kendall Futrell, number 44, is a stud, but Gerard Stringer, number 30, is the guy that Gabriel will be reading on a lot of plays. Comes with the blitz here.
Leads their team with 2 picks. No interception here. The Knights off and running. Williams with a football. Williams close to the goal line. And he comes up short, but he sets up a first and goal for UCF on the opening possession for the Knights here tonight.
Not all completions are the same. It's just a little slant route, and Gabriel puts it perfectly so he can keep running.
Quickly they go, and it's a touchdown. Right away, they get under the center, they snap the ball, and they punch it in for the touchdown. And UCF has the game's first points, not even 5 minutes into this one, as Gabriel and company march right down the field, a drive that started inside of their 5-yard line.
And they finish it off the way everybody should finish it off, on 3rd and 4th and short and goal line. Quarterback sneak. Drives me crazy more teams don't do it. It's the most effective play in that situation, and UCF knows it, and they cash in.
Dylan Barnes tacks on the point after, and it's a 7-0 lead for UCF. Here on homecoming, Dillon Gabriel finds the end zone, and the Knights on top by a touchdown early. So it took 2 minutes and 4 seconds, 92 yards, 8 plays. Gabriel was 4 of 4 on the drive for 90 yards. Mentioned in the outset of our broadcast, Justin Walters with us. Let's check in with him on the field. Good evening, Justin.
Hey, Ben. UCF is in unfamiliar territory after 2 straight undefeated regular seasons. The Knights already have 2 losses this year. Head coach Josh Heupel told me that the team isn't changing their approach just because they lost twice. UCF lives by the motto, go 1-0 this week. The team had an extra week of preparation, but they didn't do anything different at practice. The open date was more about focusing on the formula that got them here in the first place. They're 29-3 in their last 32 games and a 2-time defending AAC champs. That's what they can hang their hat on, Ben.
Indeed the case. The last 3 seasons, those 3 losses by a combined 12 points. Mind-boggling. Snead was back deep. No chance of returning that. East Carolina will start 1st and 10. ECU right back to work. They get it into the hands of C.J. Johnson. They told us, too, up front that they would rotate centers. Brandon Pena started the game. John Spellacy, a junior out of Westlake, Ohio, is now in handling those duties. Number 58 for the Pirates. 6'2" and 285 is the redshirt sophomore out of Pensacola, Florida. Ehlers will keep it. Took a shot just about at the 35-yard line, and Gilliard came in there and knocked him down and made the play.
Awesome open field tackle by Gilliard. Watch him evade the block of Fry, the guard, and just go right through the play side hip of Ehlers. That should have been more yards right there. You got a lineman in front of you. Somehow Ehlers has to set that lineman up to get yardage.
3rd and 13 for ECU. Snead, the motion man. Ehlers checks off, catch is made out over the 40-yard line. The grab by Trace Christian, and he's gang tackled. From that point on, Mitchell and company taking him down, brings up 4th down. Another punting situation coming up for ECU.
And that's the problem when you have negative plays like that. You get in a situation where it's 3rd and long, UCF will give that to you. UCF will let you complete the check down. They're so fast, they'll rally to the football and tackle you well short of the line to gain.
Otis Anderson back deep, awaiting the punt of Young, his 2nd of the night. Anderson, an 87-yard punt return touchdown in their game at Pitt, and makes the fair catch here just over the 20-yard line. So with 7:19 remaining in the opening quarter, UCF a 7-0 lead. They've got the football when we return to Orlando. So that's what Dillon Gabriel did on the opening drive. Capped it off with a 1-yard plunge into the end zone for the game's only touchdown to this point. So how about this, Ross? 34 of 42 scoring drives for UCF to this point have been under 3 minutes. The last one took 2:04, going deep down the field, taking a shot over midfield. No flags around, incomplete. Looking for the intended target there was Harris, was Dillon Gabriel.
Ball was underthrown because Jalen Price, 93, beats the left guard. Terrific pass rush, inside move with his hands, and a good job of keeping his head out of it to not get a penalty. That was a vicious shot of Gabriel as he was throwing it.
Price had a couple of tackles 2 weeks ago in their home loss against Temple. 26th career start of the night. Dumped off here. These running backs can absolutely fly. Greg McCray picks up the 1st down. They are lightning. All 4 of them can get it done at any time for UCF.
Really like the design there. They let the defensive end to that side. Futrell go.
15-yard pickup. Gabriel loads and fires. Pitch, catch, 1st down. Move the chains again. UCF getting the job done. Jacob Harris, the redshirt senior, with a grab there. From the 45 of ECU, the fake. Gabriel's got it. And he'll be forced out, taken down, out of bounds. UCF sideline wants a flag, none thrown.
And that was one of the things that jumped out watching him. He doesn't take very many shots. He knows when to slide. He knows when to get out of bounds, and I think he thought he could get out cleanly.
11-yard pickup for number 11. Now looking left, downfield again, and overthrows the intended target there. It was Gabriel Davis he was looking for. He had a monster game 2 weeks ago in that loss for the Knights against Cincinnati. He is a top-flight wideout in college football.
Told us he catches about 200 balls per practice afterwards. He is a focused young man. Josh Heupel, the head coach, said he gets here when the quarterbacks get here. He goes in their meetings. He knows what he wants to do with his football career.
A slant there, and that one is reeled in by Jacob Harris. Another 1st down. The chain gang, they got to be in good shape moving the sticks. They got to go quick.
6'5", 211. Harris just snares that with his hands out of midair, exactly the way you're taught.
13-yard pickup. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the opening quarter.
Both teams making a check here. ECU needs a negative play in the worst way.
You're not kidding. McCray to the right of Gabriel. Gabriel loads, fires, throw, catch. Davis has got it. Davis forced out of bounds. Inside of the 5 once again. 1st and goal for the Knights for the 2nd time in this ball game. Tonight's Red Zone is being brought to you by Verizon. Particulars there on UCF. 17-yard pickup on that pitch and catch. 1st and goal, UCF. Coming near side, a walk-in touchdown. Greg McCray makes it look easy, and that one was. UCF on top 13-0 here with 5.5 to go in the opening quarter on homecoming here in Orlando with a point after coming up.
2nd play on that drive where they let the defensive end go. Watch 46, Chance Purvis. They let him go. The tight end just chipped a little bit on his way to the 2nd level defender. They know that that's all the running back needs to get the edge. So the tight end, Hausler, he's almost getting a 2-for-1 there.
And Barnes makes it 14-0. So for Greg McCray, the junior out of Miami, his team best 6th rushing touchdown of the season. This one way too easy.
Hescock just makes the chip on the D-end, gets up on the linebacker, and the Knights are rolling.
Greg McCray, 6 rushing touchdowns on the season, makes it helps make it a 14-0 lead for UCF. Their 26th drive of the season. It was under 2 minutes, 1:49. It's time now to take a look at the home they built, brought to you by Rocket Mortgage and Quicken Loans. The bounce house, they call it. Kernkraft 400 playing right now. Zombie Nation serves as their rallying anthem. And coming in 2020, Ross Tucker, McNamara Cove, a lazy river.
I'm a big lazy river guy. I love me some lazy
That's
river.
right.
Sign me up for UCF in 2020.
Another kickoff that sails out of the back of the end zone. Ahlers now on the run. Got a man and missed him. Couldn't connect there with Blake Prohl. Had him, just overthrew him.
And that's one of the ones you got to hit. Yeah, I'm okay with that. First down. UCF is thinking run. Little play action pass. You take a shot. Prohl had a step on him. You just got to hit it. And that's been one of the negatives about Ahlers so far this season. Not as accurate as they need him to be.
13th career start for him as he throws here high for C.J. Johnson. Coverage there was Zamari Maxwell. Brings up 3rd down and 10 now for ECU.
And that's another one where you got to put it on Johnson to give him a chance. He's 6'2.5", 230 pounds. He had no opportunity to catch that football. Even if you just throw the ball up, there's a chance he'll come down with it with that size.
Bolton Ahlers, play clock under 10 now. Pressure coming, they pick it up over the middle, and they look for Johnson. That one broken up nicely by Maxwell. Brings up 4th down.
But it was behind him, Ben. And C.J. Johnson, I can tell, is frustrated. You know, watch him run the slant here. He's open, put it on the upfield shoulder.
Yeah.
Not the back shoulder. He's frustrated. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, he is open, and if he catches that with his body and run after catch ability, he could have gone for a long way like UCF did.
Coming off a game in which he had a career game, 8 catches for 100 yards as Otis Anderson calls for the fair catch at the 10-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns receiving in that game as well did Johnson. Knights have it when we come back after a 43-yard punt from ECU. First down and 15 here on homecoming night here at Spectrum Stadium, aka the bounce house.
It's interesting, they get 90% of their guys within 4 hours of here.
Yeah. Otis Anderson gets it out to the 20-yard line for the Knights. Anderson, a very, very versatile player. He can play all over: running back, wide receiver, returns punch. You've seen him back there, kicks. He can do it all. He's electric. On 2nd down, Anderson cuts back inside. And Otis Anderson's got the first down out to the 23-yard line. That'll move the 6 for the Knights here. We're inside of 2.5 to go in the opening quarter. Gabriel looking, fires, caught by Davis. Another first down for UCF.
I just realized that's Gabriel to Gabriel.
It is.
Dillon Gabriel to Gabriel Davis. Gabriel squared, and I love how they just take what the defense gives them.
Anderson, nice cut back there, spin move, taken down at the 34-yard line. They pick up 4. 2nd and long upcoming here in the final 100 seconds of the opening quarter. Gabriel loads, fires over the middle, caught, reeled in, first down, caught by Marlon Williams, the junior.
Dillon Gabriel is going to be a star for Central Florida. He puts the ball right where it needs to be almost every time.
Williams goes in motion, looking to throw it is Williams. Williams flings it downfield, and it's tipped and knocked away. Triple covered down there. They ran the play anyway, gave it a shot. Looking for Trey Nixon.
Really nice discipline there by ECU defensively.
Gabriel, they're going to get to him and take him down. Good coverage downfield by that secondary group for ECU, and Kendall Futrell in there. He is wreaking havoc about every week for ECU.
And the left side of your screen, he's going against the backup left tackle, Collins. Nice left arm rip move to get underneath. And now he's got 7 sacks and 11 tackles for loss for the season.
Tonight called his. Those guys would be the Lightning. This guy would be the Thunder of that bunch. He's 6'1" and 197.
ECU's playing zone, going to let him catch it in front of him, short of the sticks. That's the idea, at least.
3rd and 15, needing the 28-yard line to convert. Gabriel, open man, Anderson comes up short to the 32-yard line.
And this is interesting. I think they'll go. The career high for their kicker is 43 yards. So at this spot in the field, love this decision.
Picked up 11 there. 4th and 4. Under 20 to play in the quarter.
They've got a numbers advantage if the quarterback gets involved in the run game.
They give it off to Thompson, right up the gut. Nobody's there, and he will waltz into the end zone. Bentadius Thompson on 4th and 4. The Red Sea parted there, and he walked into the end zone. 32-yard touchdown run to make it 20-0 UCF.
ECU only had 5 guys in the box, and if they get the center up on Barcer, it's over. I mentioned with only having 5 guys in the box, if the quarterback's a threat like he was, you get up on the second-level linebacker, it's a house call.
And they just phoned home. Barnes makes it 21-0. 11 plays, 90 yards, took 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Thompson, as we've touched on, all these backs, they all have some special things they can all bring to the table. He's their top guy in terms of yards per carry at 8.5, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. They're bouncing to the bounce house, and for good reason. 3 touchdown lead for the home squad here on homecoming.
This is tremendous environment.
It really is.
I've seen it on TV, first time here, and this is electric.
Barski sends it downfield. And again into the end zone. Snead, no chance of returning that. So 2 ticks of the clock remain here. 1st and 15. Barring a defensive penalty will be the final play of the opening quarter. There's Ehlers running it. And Ehlers still on his feet, gets the first down, takes on a defender, and he's dropped near the 40-yard line. So a good finish to the quarter there, a gain of 20 for Holton Ehlers. That is the end of the opening quarter. 21-0 UCF on top of ECU. You're watching American Athletic Conference football right here on CBS Sports Network. Start of the second quarter, homecoming here at UCF, and they're looking like it's homecoming. 21-0. They lead it. 250 yards in the opening quarter for the Knights. Down to Justin Walters for some updates.
Ben, they might have a comfortable lead, but clearly they're down 3 starters. Cole Schneider, Samuel Jackson, and Greg McCray. All 3 of their statuses remain uncertain. Cole Schneider tried to get on a bike, but he was clearly grimacing and in pain, and he's walking slowly right now on the sidelines. Samuel Jackson and Greg McCray at least seem to be better in health. We'll see if they're able to return to the game, Ben.
All right, Justin, thanks. Alongside Ross Tucker in the booth, my name is Ben Holden. Great to have you with us here tonight. As the second quarter underway, to the 42-yard line goes Trace Christian. Pick up a 2 there on the run.
The last play of the first quarter was what I think we're going to need to see more from ECU, and that is Holton Ehlers running with the football. He's 235 pounds and very athletic.
Came in as their top rusher in terms of carries, 2nd in yards, and 1st with 3 rushing touchdowns. Gives off here to Demetrius Mooney. Good run out of Mooney. Gets the first down and then some. Still going up the ECU sideline. Good piece of running there by Demetrius Mooney.
That time they did get the edge because they did a terrific job with 2 tight ends of sealing the edge. Both offensive linemen that came out got nice blocks and didn't hold, and Mooney has been a very impressive true freshman so far this season.
Flag flies here, free play. Ehlers to Johnson. Did he make that catch? C.J. Johnson comes up with a catch, looking like he went down with one hand and snatched the pigskin there.
Offside. Defense, number 92. Penalty is declined. Result of the play was a completed pass.
And that is a really good job by Holt
under
Ahlers.
further review.
Knowing that he had a free play. Let's see, left hand. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a catch.
Ball never touched the ground.
The high school that Johnson and Ahlers both attended, D.H. Conley, 6 miles away from Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
Sometimes you have good fortune when it comes to recruiting.
Yeah,
yeah,
you have to go far from home on those.
Quarterback and wide receiver down the street.
Saved on the expense budget there. Ahlers throws, catch made inside of the 10. And Prohl comes up with a reception there.
Prohl, top of your screen, gets a free release. And that time Ahlers put it on the money. I feel like Ahlers is almost better throwing off his back foot when he doesn't step into it.
The lefty's slinging it tonight, both these quarterbacks. Ahlers going to try to outrun a couple around the edge. Throws one to the ground and goes out of bounds. They spot him out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Jordan Hayes involved in the play there for UCF.
What's the very tail end of this?
He's the one that took the worst of it. Was
wow.
Hayes.
You gotta like it when you got a quarterback with some pop like that.
No question. 6'3" and 235. And nothing doing there. The UCF defense getting to him. It was Mooney. Kenny Tunier made the stop. 3rd and goal coming up here. ECU in desperate need of a touchdown.
They brought Tunier off the edge. One of about 10 defensive linemen that they rotate through.
What do you look for here, Rob?
Bottom of the screen, C.J. Johnson. It looks like man-to-man coverage. It is. Throw it up and let him get it.
Yep. Ahlers goes the other way instead and missed. I'm with you. I would have come near side, let him go up, try to make a play. DeAndre Ferrier, the intended target.
They always say look at players rather than plays. They like the player that they had or a play they had. I would have gone with the player. C.J. Johnson. That's also a pretty tough throw for Ahlers as a lefty, rolling to his right like that.
So they'll bring on their junior kicker, Jake Verity. 25-yard attempt for Verity. And ECU's on the board. It's 21-3 here early in the second quarter.
So they weren't able to get all the way in for a touchdown, but they did get on the board thanks to true freshman wide receiver C.J. Johnson. Remember that name. He is going to be a star.
So first-year head coach Mike Houston and ECU on the board. A 25-yard field goal from Verity. 9 plays, 67 yards, took 226. And it's 21-3 with 12:36 to play here in quarter number 2. Homecoming here at UCF. Booted away, and Tavius Thompson, no chance at returning that one. Their last game against Cincinnati, a season low. They scored in that game. They just couldn't convert in the red zone. Tonight, back to their usual UCF ways.
And the 3 interceptions by Gabriel really hurt them against the Bearcats.
The 2 losses, that one and the one to Pitt. Here goes Otis Anderson into the open field. Anderson first down run inside of ECU territory. Big pickup there for Otis Anderson. This kid is something special. Fun to watch. A gain of 27 there. And to finish that thought, in the 2 losses to Pitt and Cincinnati, they lost the turnover battle, as you touched on, Ross. 6-2 in those 2 games. Fake to Anderson. Now they're going to throw it near side. Caught by Marlon Williams. He's had 3 grabs here in the ball game tonight to the 40-yard line.
They really test your eye discipline on defense and stretch the field horizontally.
Anderson ran into 2 defenders. ECU helmet comes flying off there. Jalen Price leading the charge, made the tackle. That's Hickerson's got to come out for 1 play because the helmet came off. Get down to Justin, more on those UCF running backs.
Ben, when I asked the UCF coaches about the culture in the running backs room, one of the first words they use is selfless. It doesn't matter who's in the game or scores. Adrian Killins Jr., Greg McCray, as well as Bentavious Thompson Jr. and Otis Anderson all love cheering for each other. There's no individuality in that room. They understand they're not going to touch the ball 25 times per game, but they're excited equally, whether it's them scoring or someone else.
Yeah, they are a special group, and now in at quarterback is Darryl Mack Jr. They call him DJ. Josh Heupel first told us yesterday in our meetings you're going to see him. Offensive coordinator Jeff Levy came in. He talked about it as well. They're deep at this position, too, as you mentioned earlier in the game.
Really happy for that young man after what he did for the program last year after Mackenzie Milton went down. Got hurt in preseason camp.
Mack down the middle. Got a man. Perfect strike. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis. 2 plays for Mack, and then he caps it off a 34-yard touchdown pass. And it's 27-3 UCF.
Man-to-man coverage against the true freshman, and Gabriel Davis just gets him totally spun around. That is a tough position to put McMillan in. And Darryl Mack right off the bench puts the throw right on the money. That can't be easy. Cold off the bench like that. And his teammates are thrilled for him.
Barnes trying to extend it to a 25-point lead, and he's perfect. 28-3, so team leading 9th receiving touchdown for Gabriel Davis as Darryl Mack Jr. a perfect ball, a 34-yard touchdown pass. And the Knights are having their way here on homecoming to this point. We'll step aside for a quick timeout here in Orlando. 9 touchdowns for that young man. Said his favorite wide receiver is the one and only Larry Fitzgerald in my book. Special guy.
That's a pretty good guy to have as a role model, that's for sure.
You're not kidding. Tyler Snead, first opportunity he's had to bring one back. Here goes ECU. Mooney the carry. Not a whole lot there. He's going to lose a yard back to the 16. Evans has got the football saying, I came up with it. But they've blown the play dead.
Ruling on the field as the runner was down. Second down.
Still think we're going to see more of Holton Ahlers running the football for ECU.
2nd and 11. Gives it off here to Mooney. Nowhere to go. UCF standing tall up front. Mooney got buried. Leading the charge was Eric Mitchell. Redshirt junior out of Miami.
Well, look at the stunning and slanting up front. That time it was the defensive end that came scot-free. Number 30, Tremont Morris-Brash, the freshman. He beat Deontay Smith clean to the inside. The slanting and the stunning. That's the movement from where you lined up to somewhere else. Has really stifled the Pirates on those first 2 runs.
3rd and 12 for number 12 in the ECU offense. Got time. Had time. It's tipped, knocked down. Mitchell got in there and got a piece of it to bat it down and brings up 4th and 12.
It was pretty good protection there, Ben. He had time. C.J. Johnson was in man-to-man coverage at the bottom of the screen. Now that's good coverage by Gowan there, but I still throw it up to him if it's man-to-man. Kroll was open at the top of the screen, but Ahlers wasn't even looking that way. But I think C.J. Johnson, if he's a true freshman, is good enough that if he's in man-to-man coverage, I throw it to him anyway.
John Young on to punt it away. No return available there as it goes out of bounds for Otis Anderson. 9:32 to go in the second quarter. UCF on top of ECU by 25 after a 40-yard punt. Gabriel back in. Trey Nixon open man. Makes a man miss. Nixon up the sideline to the 20, and he's forced out of bounds inside of the 20-yard line. Dillon Gabriel, 15 out of 19 over 250 through the air.
Man-to-man coverage, and it's just a stop route. Nixon maybe gets away with a push-off there. Almost looked like he stepped out of bounds, too.
38-yard pickup. Here's Otis Anderson. Broke one tackle, could not break the second. Good pursuit over there by that outstanding defensive end. They've got Kendall Futrell, the senior out of Winterville, North Carolina.
Very impressive. Leads the American Conference in tackles for loss. Even just against Temple, he had 2 sacks and 3.5 tackles for loss.
Yep, forced a fumble and recovered that in that game as well. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and long. What the Knights have done here tonight, it has been a perfect night for them so far in that department.
Right.
So 3rd down and 9 here. That is one thing, the depth that you guys were talking about, that Mike Houston talked about, that UCF has. East Carolina just doesn't have it. Here's a slant, touchdown! 2nd of the ball game. Gabriel Davis, his 10th receiving touchdown of the season. Quick strike, 16 yards, 34-3 UCF.
Boy, I don't know, Ben, while you're in that coverage on 3rd and 9. It's man-to-man coverage. Safety's up in the box. You're just asking a lot of your corners there. That's the 2nd consecutive touchdown where they're asking a corner to cover the best wide receiver in the conference, man-to-man, with all kinds of space in the middle of the field.
35-3 after the extra point from Dylan Barnes. Yeah, outstanding. Came in 8th in the country at 111.5 per game in terms of yardage. His 10th touchdown there of the season, Ross, and they made it look easy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the call or a mental error, but ECU's making it easy on UCF.
35-3 UCF. Tyler Snead at the goal line awaiting the kick. Obarski handles the kickoffs for the Knights. Toe meets leather, and a short kick goes out of bounds. Rush set of downs. Ehlers goes to C.J. Johnson. Good pick up there on 1st down. They're going to give him close to 9, it looks like, on the reception. And a great one-handed catch earlier in the ball game.
I wouldn't be surprised. I told Johnson on the field before the game. He kind of reminds me of Jordan Reed, tight end for the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
He's already 230 pounds. He's 18 years old. Wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being like a move tight end type in a few years when he's at the next level, because he'll at least get that opportunity based on what he does here as a true freshman.
Yeah,
he's got a long way to go here.
Good call by you. Ehlers. And a nice catch there by Snead. Reeled it in with one hand to pick up the 1st down. So 38 seconds to play. Clock is stopped with 1 timeout remaining.
Look at him snare that with his left hand. Wow. He doesn't have big hands either. Was able to cup that. 5'7", a $167 is Snead. Real good change of direction guy.
15 yards needed to get to the 35, the target line for the field goal. Down the middle, wide open. There they go. Tyler Snead still running close to the 20-yard line. So they're in business there. Move the chains. Plenty of time left and a timeout remaining with 31 seconds to go. A gain of 29. Ehlers, and dangerous play there. Prohl comes up with it. And he's got the catch at the 17-yard line, does Blake Prohl.
Wow, that looked like it might be a pick 6 the other way. That was a dangerous pass.
He beat Aaron Robinson there on the play to make the catch. And he got out of bounds. 24 seconds remaining. 2nd and 6 for the Pirates.
2 deep safeties usually means middle of the field.
Ehlers keeps, and he is upended. Nicely done there by Gilliard. Eric Gilliard, the sophomore out of Jacksonville. C.J. Johnson, bottom of your screen. Number 5 for ECU. Ehlers gets away once, can't get away a 2nd time, and he goes down.
And here comes fast field goal.
Yep.
Exactly what I said. They practice this every Thursday.
Down to 6 and counting. Trying to get set up so Verity can try a 40-yarder. There's the snap, there's the hold. Verity puts it up, and Verity puts it through. How about that for special teams execution right there?
Tremendous.
Wow.
Might not mean a lot in the score, but that means a lot to ECU and their coaches that they were able to execute that very difficult fast field goal right there.
So they're looking back at the clocks in the review booth just to make sure everything looks fine there. Everything's good. So at halftime, a 35-6 game. UCF will get the football. When the third quarter begins, they put up 418 yards of offense in the first half. That's the end of the half with the score. UCF 35, ECU 6. You're watching American Athletic Conference football right here on CBS Sports Network. Just about set to begin the third quarter here inside of Spectrum Stadium. UCF on top of ECU 35-6. Welcome upstairs to our office for the night. Ross Tucker, Ben Holden, Justin Walters down on the field. Biggest takeaways from half number one for you?
Well, Josh Heupel, the UCF head coach, said he wanted to see how his team reacted to their first conference loss in 3 years. Pretty well.
Yes.
I mean, they've been
Resounding.
utterly dominant, really, in every aspect of the game so far.
All right, let's take a look at our first half stats. And tonight they are brought to us by 5 Hour Energy.
You could look at all of them. Red zone's obviously a big one, but yards per play. I mean, 9.5 yards per play. You never see that at this level of football. Very, very impressive precision offensive performance by UCF.
The 35-6 count here as the third's underway. And Tavius Thompson lets that one go. Have it at the 25. Down to Justin Walters for some updates on both sides. Justin.
Then, to no surprise, Josh Heupel was a big fan of the way his team played in the first half. He believes that there were positive takeaways in all three phases of the game, but the biggest cleanup he wants to take care of is the team's 9 total penalties. As for ECU, head coach Mike Houston challenged his team in the locker room and said, "Are you going to lay down or fight back? That's what's going to define you in the second half."
Yeah, we'll find out. We will. Thank you, Justin. And Houston 3-3 on the season as the first-year head coach at ECU, looking for their first win in the American. In a major league uphill climb tonight, Gabriel goes to work, swings it out to Tavius Thompson. Good defense there, good coverage out there. No one fooled on the outside. It was Xavier Smith making the stop.
Smith's their leading tackler, came in tonight with 42 tackles, which is especially good when you consider he was playing tight end last year.
No kidding. Here's Anderson. Try some trick and see if it works. Get some of that lost yardage back. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 after that play.
Nice read there by Devondre Robinson, the safety. They saw that reverse coming.
Quickly back to it. Dillon Gabriel, nobody open. Now steps back, loads, fires, and had a man. It was Nixon. He overthrew him. A tough throw to make on the run. And it brings up 4th and 9, and the punt team will come on for UCF.
That was Dillon Gabriel's worst throw of the night after he spun around way high trying to throw it to Trey Nixon. Not sure what that conversation is about right there. Maybe he expected Trey to take off. But ECU gets a much needed 3 and out.
They do. Good way for them to begin this second half as Andrew Osteen is on to boot it away. Tyler Snead, and they get it! They blocked it, and this will help their cause too! East Carolina comes up with a block. Saba's on top of it. He plays a ton for them. And East Carolina comes up with a huge play.
Early on the field, as the returner was down at the 1-yard line. First down, ECU.
Warren Saba on it. Here's a look back, Ross.
Couple different guys got in there. Hard to tell from that angle who blocked it. And if he was able to keep his feet, he would have scored easily.
Demetrius Mooney in the backfield along with Ehlers. Mooney right up the gut. And no signal yet. There's the signal. Touchdown. Demetrius Mooney takes it in. A 1-play drive from a yard out. And they get 6.
What a great start for ECU.
Yep.
I don't know what Mike Houston said at halftime other than telling the guys he wanted them to fight, but it certainly worked. Love the second effort there by Mooney, who stopped at the 1. Presence of mind to reach the ball out. Actually lost control of the football a little bit as he was reaching it out, but he recovered himself in the end zone, so it's a touchdown either way.
And for Demetrius Mooney, the first touchdown in his career. Freshman out of Forest City, North Carolina. Jake Verdion. And he bangs that through, and it's 35-13. So the block punt leads to the touchdown. They get to Osteen. And getting the right arm on it there with the Pirates. Busting through there was Henley. Good work out of him. 35-13. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, brought to you by Geico. So a big play out of Roy Tesh and his group. Blocking that punt, leading to the 1-yard touchdown by Demetrius Mooney. And some momentum here for East Carolina to begin this third quarter.
Yeah, Tesh, I had a chance to talk to him on the field before the game. He came from JMU with Coach Houston and told me they're young on special teams like they are everywhere else, but they're building, and that was a building block right there for this program in all three phases. 3 and out on defense, block punt, and then the offense punches it in for their first touchdown. And there's a lot more left in this game to fight, but a great start here to the second half for ECU.
Yep, 59 seconds into this third quarter, and it's 35-13. It's 35-6 at the half. If you're just joining us, and Tavius Thompson, no return on that. So back inside of Spectrum Stadium.
That guy's got to be hot, because it's sticky here in Central Florida.
Always humid.
The mascot, wow.
Great looking mascot. Here goes Gabriel, fires down the sideline to Gabriel Davis. That connection, it is lethal. Move the sticks, big gain there for the Knights. Wow.
I mean, that throw and catch right there.
Beautiful. 33 yards.
And he gets 2 feet down, 3 feet down.
It's good on Sunday and Monday. Otis Anderson. There you go, quick. He picks up 2. UCF offense, lightning quick when they're moving at their tempo and their rhythm. Sometimes they do put the foot on the brake a little bit. 7 to 10 seconds is what they average per play. Gabriel loads, fires. Nixon just dropped it. Had it at the 30-yard line. He absolutely just dropped that one. 3rd and 8 upcoming.
And the left tackle, Collins, lost his helmet. So now we'll see a 3rd left tackle come in the game.
Busy night for those guys up front.
UCF.
It is Trevor Elbert, that left tackle.
Yeah, remember Samuel Jackson and Cole Schneider, the starting left tackle and left guard, both got hurt in the first half.
So on 3rd and 8, Dillon Gabriel looking to convert here to keep this thing moving for UCF. Gets rid of it and incomplete. So the Pirates do the job defensively. Looking for Marlon Williams, nowhere near him. Had to just get rid of it, did Gabriel.
Well, Alex Turner, the senior, unsung hero of the defense, came in and got some pressure on Dillon Gabriel.
20th straight game he started.
Another stop for ECU defensively.
Yep, it is. They get a touchdown here, you got a 2-score game. They punted once in the first half, did UCF. This is their 3rd here in the 3rd quarter. We're not even 5 minutes into it. So Osteen can't pin him. It goes into the end zone. We'll have a 1st and 10 for ECU when we come back after this. Inside of 11 to play in the 3rd quarter. 3rd member of our broadcast team, Justin Walters, down in the field. Justin, what do you have on ECU side?
Coach Mike Houston told me that he's still teaching this team how to fight and compete. One of the biggest questions at the half is, who are you going to be in these next 2 quarters? They're answering that with 2 forced punts as well as a blocked punt, and they're looking like they're pretty solid as well. He thinks that the team is much more superior, but he thinks his team is going to answer that calling.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here so far here in this 3rd quarter as Ayler's on the run. That one broken up, though. Robinson getting over there to break it up. Brings up 2nd down and 10, looking for DeAndre Ferrier.
But now they got to get something going offensively.
They do.
You know, they've had 3 stops on defense. They had the block punt, but now you want to have something to build on offensively.
Ferrier, hometown product here in Orlando. Could come up with that last catch on the ground. Christian, good looking run out of him. He's a sophomore. Mooney's a freshman. We've talked about him. They've got Tay Williams as well, a redshirt freshman we've yet to see, but these two have carried the ball well tonight.
Yeah, here comes the tight end, Watley, with a nice block. Up goes Christian, and watch him finish the run. Bam! He is running hard.
12-yard pickup there.
Coach Houston thinks one of their advantages is toughness. And that's what he's trying to teach this team, more padded practices.
Yeah. fake the toss to him. Ehlers got a man down the seam. Perfect throw, great catch. Outstanding. Pulled in by Lewis, one of their tight ends. He makes the play.
He's a true freshman athlete right down the seam off the fake. He's the guy they said is the best receiver out of the bunch. Terrific on the fake toss. He's right down the hatch mark. And a nice throw by Ehlers away from the safety. ECU's on the move.
They are. Jeremy Lewis, the hometown product. Here goes Mooney right side. Mooney approaching the 25-yard line. They're going to spot him down at the 27. So it brings up second and about 4 needed as Josh Heupel looks up. A lot of penalties in the first half for his team. They scored a ton of points. They've scored all their points in the first half.
Good mix and match here by Donnie Kirkpatrick, the East Carolina offensive coordinator. He's kind of got UCF on their heels right now, not knowing what to expect, run or pass.
2nd and 4. This one, there's a flag down. Ehlers right up the gut, but there's a penalty flag down at the 27-yard line.
Offsides. Defense, number 96. Penalty is declined. Result of play is a first down.
3 trips, 3 scores. They love to make it 4 for 4, but they love to get the touchdown here. 1st and goal. Ehlers fakes the pitch. Ehlers keeps it. Stopped just inside of the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. Pick up a 3.
Man, it looked like there was more there, didn't it?
It did.
He faked the pitch, took it himself. That was a stick tackle there by the safety. Kind of thought Ehlers might be able to lower the boom on him or at least pick a side and fall forward for a couple more yards than that.
2nd and goal.
C.J. Johnson, man-to-man coverage, bottom of the screen if they want it.
2 tight end set. Ehlers. Little option look, did not fool anyone on that side. Mitchell, Eric Mitchell coming in to make the stop there.
Mitchell's a guy that plays 3 positions. Watch him scrape over the top. Nice job. Stayed on Ehlers' back hip. Didn't overrun it.
Loss of 2. 3rd and goal here now for ECU.
And you got to think they're going to go for it here on 4th if they don't get it, to try to make it a 2-score game. So they've got 2 downs to get 6 yards.
Play clock down to 6 now. Ehlers fakes the handoff, pulls out, and fires at the goal line. It's broken up. They were looking for C.J. Johnson. Couldn't come up with it. Tay Gowan on the coverage. Broken up.
I think they're going to kick the field goal. That surprises me.
Me too.
Johnson's bottom of your screen. Going to run in breaking route. Man, a lot of contact there.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the no call. I like letting them play, but that gets called a lot. That right arm around his waist like that, hook in the waist, they call that a lot.
23-yard attempt for Jake Verity from the right hash. And he is true on the kick. And it's 35-16.
And I don't understand that.
Yep.
To go from a 22-point lead to a 19-point lead doesn't do a whole lot for you, but Coach Houston wanted to make sure they had at least another score on that drive.
So Jake Verity, chip shot field goal, capped an 11-play, 74-yard drive, took 4:08. You and I are in agreement. We're not coaches, but we both would have went for that on 4th down.
Well, I mean, it took it from a 3-score game to still a 3-score game.
Right.
Down 22 to down 19.
Yep.
I guess he's thinking that his team has a chance to get 3 more scores.
Well, they have been the better team here in this 3rd quarter so far. And they go quick. Gabriel taking a shot, incomplete down that far sideline, looking for the 6-foot junior Marlon Williams. Jere Wilson on the coverage for ECU. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He's a redshirt freshman they have really high hopes for. 6'3", 202. A lot of freshmen playing for ECU tonight. They're getting some valuable experience in this game to help build this program back to where it's been previously.
Yep. Proud program. Got a really good run, 10-year run from 05 to 15. Gabriel taking a shot again. Anderson the intended target. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Same guy.
Wilson again, yeah.
Yeah, they like the matchup of their receivers against Wilson, a 6'3" safety. Top of your screen. He sees it, though, and he does a pretty good job of running with him.
Yeah. I mean, Anderson can fly.
They're testing. I'm surprised he wasn't tired. He just ran back-to-back 60-yard sprints there.
He's young, he's in shape, right?
No, but usually if you're a receiver and you do that, you come off, they bring another guy on. He had 2 different guys he had to go get.
Yeah, good point. Thompson in the game. Ball came out, and I believe ECU's got the football.
Wow.
They got to Dillon Gabriel, and they do. They get in there and make the play. Futrell and company up front, disruptive as Alex Turner gets it.
Recovered by East Carolina. First down.
Futrell again.
Yes.
That is now his 8th sack on the season. And at least 12 tackles for loss. He's left side of your screen. You can't see him yet. Working against Jake Brown. Right hand rip again. Gets underneath the tackle with the rip move. It's like an uppercut. And once you do that, it helps you bend the corner. Watch him. Right hand rip.
Oh.
And then he gets underneath Brown. Not much Brown can do, otherwise he's going to hold him. And that's the backside of a left-handed quarterback. Futrell is on fire this season.
He really is. His 13th career sack. You said his 8th of the season. The first turnover in this game. And a huge one for East Carolina. Let's get down to the field, check in with Justin.
Ben, if you could be down here for the sideline after that fumble recovery, this team has so much life in them after what they've done to this UCF offense.
It's a different team, no question. Dangerous there as Ehlers was under pressure. Thanks, Justin. I mean, they've been clearly the better team here in this 3rd quarter with 5:53 to go in it.
Without question.
Yep.
And if you're Mike Houston, that's what you're looking for. I'm sure he said to those guys at halftime, hey, we win the second half. We are going to win the second half, and so far they absolutely are. But they need a touchdown drive. They need to have the offense drive the field at least 35, 40 yards and get a touchdown.
2nd and 10. Give it off. Trace Christian. Not much there. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and long.
Good chance this is 4-down territory here. Coach Houston did tell us that he feels comfortable kicking a 52-yarder and in. So they could kick it from here to try to make it a 2-score game. Let's see how close they get on this down.
Need the 23 if they want to convert here. Holton Ehlers loads, fires, catches made over the middle. It's C.J. Johnson, and Johnson's got the first down. They're going to give him progress at the 20, move the sticks for the Pirates.
Terrific protection, all kinds of time, in-breaking route, and that big body, when it's an in-breaking route and he can get his shoulders and jersey square to Ehlers and come back for it, there's not much Gowan can do there.
13-yard pickup. 21st first down of the game.
Oh, they got it.
ECU, here's Holton Ehlers. Ehlers running to the pylon, and touchdown! Touchdown from 20 yards for Holton Ehlers. And don't look now, but ECU is right back in this game. What an effort turned in here. They're going to take a look at this. They do on every scoring play. We'll take a look here ourselves, Ross.
Well, it looks like a touchdown to me.
Looks like one to me, too. 35-22.
So you're down 13. You want to go for 2 here to make it 11 so you can tie it up with a touchdown and 2-point conversion and a field goal. This is the right call here.
That's right. Mooney's the running back instead. Ehlers. Pressure coming, throws it into the back of the end zone, looking for Prohl. Incomplete, so it remains 35-22, 16 straight points for ECU. 35-22. Verity sends it down the field into the end zone as Antavius Thompson calls for the fair catch. 3rd and a yard needed to convert here for UCF. trying to get some rhythm in their game here. They've had none so far in the third quarter. Dillon Gabriel keeps it. Dillon Gabriel into the open field, slides down safely. You talked about that earlier in the game. Good example of it there.
I was so impressed for a freshman, true freshman quarterback, especially one that ran the West Coast offense in high school.
Yeah.
How smooth he is running and knowing when to slide.
12-yard pickup there. Now floats it out. Man open. Penalty flag down. Trey Nixon trying to take this one in. And Nixon does. Touchdown, but there is a penalty flag back at the 41-yard line. 53-yard play. 53-yard pitch and catch. Nixon a touchdown.
Nixon's bottom of the screen. He's got man-to-man coverage right here. He does inside release, and he tries to get back outside, and McMillan just falls. McMillan tried to hold him and really didn't do a good job of holding him because Nixon still scored a touchdown. Gabriel's excited, but also wondering what the penalty is.
Right. 4 plays, 75 yards, 157 on the 53-yard pitch and catch. Nixon getting the touchdown. A one-time Ole Miss Rebel. 4 touchdowns on the season for the transfer. They're going for 2 here. 41-22 the score. Trying to make it a 21-point game. And into the corner. That one off the backside there of the DB as they went for Davis. The free safety, Devondre Robinson.
And Gabriel Davis, I think, could have done a better job of drawing the foul there, drawing the penalty if he came back for the ball more.
A lot of fans have left, I think, thinking this one, and it may well be locked up, but you never know. But not the way ECU has played here. First points of the second half for UCF there on the 53-yard touchdown. Tyler Snead back deep.
Well, the one thing Mike Houston's crew is proving is that there's no quit in this bunch. That's for
right.
sure.
That's 100% right.
They could have laid down 35-3, 35-6. Here they come.
Andrew Osteen. He punts for him, and kicking off here is Daniel Obarski. Snead says no. Mooney right up the gut. A ton of real estate. Puts his head down. Gets more after that as he took on Richie Grant. Moved the chains out to the 43-yard line.
Another run right up the middle. Very well blocked by the interior of the offensive line.
Time has expired, and that'll do it for the third. ECU came out, blocked a punt. A short touchdown, added another touchdown later. And after 3, 41-22, UCF. You're watching the American Athletic Conference on CBS Sports Network. Back here to begin the fourth quarter with Ross Tucker, Justin Walters. My name is Ben Holden. Time to take a look at our Chick-fil-A game summary and see the yards per play, the total yards. UCF just about to what they average there with 550 to this point. Pocket collapses, and so too does Ehlers. He's buried. Brendan Hayes and Kenny Tunier getting in there to get him.
Take a look right here as they run a stunt up front. Brendan Hayes comes in. So they call a TE right there. The tackle, Mason Chaliwa, goes up the field. Hayes, the end, loops around inside. Anytime you ever hear TE, ET, the first letter is the penetrator, the guy that gets up the field. The second letter is the looper. So tough when you take a big sack like that, a big loss, to come back from that. Here comes the screen.
Again, there's a screen, and incomplete. So 3rd and 23 coming up. Mooney trying to make the grab. It was a loss of 13 on that sack you were referring to.
And now Mooney's slow to get up.
Not good for them.
Really on the field. It's an incomplete pass.
Thanks, Brent. I live 15 minutes from Ann Arbor, and I'm telling you, the Michigan fans, they are incredibly restless and upset. Pass over the middle, caught, first down, ECU. Snead making a play. There he is, all 5-7 of him making a play.
He plays a lot bigger than that. And how about Holton Ahlers? I think he's better throwing on the move. Snead in the slot, going right down the seam. He's open. I like him stopping, giving his quarterback a target, and then his run after the catch is ridiculous. He's fun to watch.
41-yard pickup. They're knocking on the red zone. Tons of room for Ahlers here, and he gets down, sliding in safely just short of the, well, they're going to spot him down at the 18. Initially hit the turf. First down run for Ahlers. Under 10 to go in the ball game.
I'd run that play again. When they run that delayed quarterback draw with the running back leading, that has been a huge hole every time. As long as the running back finds the linebacker, hunts him up and blocks him. The likelihood he gets off of you and makes the tackle is really small.
Okay.
A big D lineman like that, you got to let him go. If he's trying to fight and go that way, there's a reason. Let him go.
Yep, just release. This is Williams on the reception. This play will go for some positive yardage. Not much, but some.
Or do the opposite and just drive that way. Start running your feet in the direction he's trying to go. But don't yank him away from where he's going, especially when you're on the edge like that. They're going to call it every time.
2nd and 15 now for Holton Ahlers. And the Pirate offense gain of 5 in the last play. Ahlers in trouble, and he gets rid of it. It's intercepted. Collier comes away with it. Flags all over the joint. Landon Woodson put the heat on Ahlers, and Collier comes up with the interception. That's his 4th career pick.
During the return, personal foul, number 31 of the offense. 15 yards, and we tacked on at the end of the return. First down.
Tay Williams, the running back, called for the penalty.
So first the pressure. I mean, there was really nowhere to go. And he's got a tendency to try to escape. I like to see him step up in the pocket a little bit more. It's unbelievable how much he got on that. He was getting hit.
Yeah.
And Collier with the over the shoulder. Can't throw it over the middle like that. And while you're getting hit, you're just not going to get enough on the football. Those mouthpieces are so much different than they were when we played. Our mouthpieces actually went in our mouth.
Do you still, with those, do you still hold them in the boiling water on the stove?
Man, I haven't done that in a long time. That is funny.
I mean, I was a hockey player most of my life, but I did play some, pee-wee football coming up through the years. Played every sport like most of us, right? Here's a good run. And that is Darryl Mack Jr. They call him DJ.
How about the patience?
Yep. Very good.
Watch the patience here. Le'Veon Bell back there, hopping around, and he jumps forward.
First down and 10. And Tavius Thompson in the backfield to the left. Darryl Mack Jr. Thompson's got a touchdown run tonight. Scored it on 4th and 4 play when he just bursted right up the middle like he was shot out of a cannon. Chance Purvis makes the stop. Got some help from Ramsewer as well, the linebacker. Kendall Futrell there.
Got to think UCF will keep it on the ground here, but when you lose yardage like that on first down, it makes it tougher. Although this could be 4-down territory too, depending on what happens on these next 2 downs.
Mack Jr. And looks like timeout was taken by Mike Houston. So 2 left for East Carolina.
First time out of the half. East Carolina. 30 seconds.
And Tavius Thompson took a shot. He is stopped at the 33-yard line. 4th down coming up. Ramsewer in there making the stop on him.
Kind of no man's land for Josh Heupel and UCF here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you punt it, the odds are it probably goes into the end zone, and you only gain a net 13 yards. Right now, at least, looks like they might go for it, but taking this much time, my guess is they let it wind all the way down and take the delay. Maybe not.
See what they do. 4th and 7. Gonna run the play. Gonna try to throw it and convert, and they do. Wide open is Gabriel Davis. How easy was that for him?
Mac has an arm. I mean, you put that on a line. Gabriel Davis, bottom of your screen. It's just a stop route. Stops. And that is really, really soft coverage by ECU. You got to be thinking at this point in the game, they're not trying to throw deep. They're not trying to beat you with a deep post. They're trying to get to the sticks and get the first down and keep the clock moving.
Yep. Officially 16 yards on the pass. They convert on 4th down. 2 timeouts left for East Carolina.
Shouldn't snap it until the play clock is below 5 seconds.
Down to 3, 2, and good time management right there. Loss on the play here of about 3. Another timeout taken by Mike Houston.
Second charge timeout, East Carolina.
Gabriel Davis grew up around here in Sanford.
Please set the clock.
Said he never really
3:12.
thought about UCF
3:12.
football growing up. People didn't really talk about it. Now he drives around, he sees bumper stickers, all kinds of things.
He said nobody wore anything UCF.
Right.
Yep.
That's got to be cool to be a local kid and be a part of that.
Certainly does, over the middle, and that would have been 6. As Jake Hescock, the tight end, could not get a hand on it.
Wide open. Little tight end pop pass. That was the only pass we had in midget football right here. Tight end pop pass.
Love it.
Watch him right here. He's going to sneak out. Watch Hescock, 88. Looks like he's lead blocking. Oop, nope, I'm going to go around you. Oh, man. Got to connect on that.
Yep.
Sometimes it's those little easy throws that are the tough ones because you're kind of
Trying
not
to
really
finesse it.
throwing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pushing it rather than throwing it.
3rd and 17. Batavius Thompson to the right of Mac Jr. Mac Jr.'s got it and pitches it out there to Batavius Thompson, forced out of bounds. Ramsewer over there once again. He's been playing hard here in the second half, as have all these ECU Pirates. 3:02 remaining. 4th down upcoming here. The clock stopped.
Now they wind it once it's set for play.
Yeah.
Josh Heupel keeping the offense out there right now.
Yes, he is. They're going to line up and try to convert here. Blitz coming. Mac to the end zone. Davis. Oh.
Nice coverage.
Up beautifully. Beautiful job by Colby Gore, the senior.
Man-to-man coverage. Gore's giving up 3.5 inches right there. And they went after him.
So a turnover on downs. ECU gets the football back with 2:34 to go and a timeout remaining. Mooney into the right of Holton Ahlers. Ahlers, there's one of those chunks. The pitch, the catch. And it's caught by C.J. Johnson for a first down.
Everybody watching, remember that name.
Yes.
Because he is going to be a star. Had a terrific night again tonight after having a big night last week against Temple. 2 weeks ago, 8 catches, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yep, certainly did. Into space. This is Ferrier. Little shake and bake. He's got the first down and then some out to the 50. And for the young man that's from right here in Orlando, 15-yard pickup, make it 19 straight games that he's had at least 1 catch, so he keeps that streak going. Over 1,000 yards of combined total offense. 1,041 to be exact. Gaylor steps up now, going to take off and run. He's got a ton of real estate, trying to get out of bounds. He smartly does, gets the first down by a yard, stops the clock for the time being with 1:58 to go.
There is no quit in these ECU Pirates, which I have tremendous respect for. You know, I can remember a lot of times in my career in this situation, you kind of know you're not going to come back and win, but you learn a lot about yourself and how you attack adversity.
Yep. 1st and 10. Ahlers looking, dumps it off. There's Ferrier again. Ferrier gets away. Ferrier inside of the 10 where he's taken out of bounds. The Orlando product making some big plays here on this drive late in the ball game.
Hadn't really done much all game until this drive.
Yeah.
Now has 19 straight with a catch.
Yep, 31-yard pickup there. He's got a catch in 29 of his 34 career games at ECU. First and goal now for Ehlers and the Pirate offense. Pressure coming. Ehlers eludes it, now fires over the middle, knocked away. Tay Gowan broke that up. They were looking for Blake Prohl, the sophomore.
Dangerous throw there by Ehlers.
Yeah.
Excellent coverage again by Gowan.
Been busy tonight.
For those of you who just tuned in, it is Ricky Prohl's son.
Yes.
Former
Born in Charlotte.
St. Louis Ram and Carolina Panther and a coach for a while.
Providence High School in Charlotte. Second and goal. Ehlers floats it out there, and it is caught. Caught for the touchdown. Tyler Sneed. Who says you need to be 6'3" to be a receiver? 5'7", he reaches up and snatches that down, and it's 41-28 with 1:38 to go.
He's just a baller. Watch him right there, right in the middle of your screen. Now he's to the right of your screen. Watch this over-the-shoulder catch right there.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Beautiful.
He is fun to watch.
He is.
I know what I'm doing tonight. I'm Googling his high school highlights. They have to be awesome.
I love it. 2-point try here. Time for Ehlers, takes a look, and a dangerous play there, nearly picked off there. Jordan Hayes, the redshirt senior, broken up, so it remains 41-28 with 1:38 to go in the ball game. So here we go. We'll have the onside kick.
So what you want here, Ben, is you want the front line guys to basically set up a wall if you're UCF so that Gabriel Davis behind you can make the catch.
And it's into the hands there of one of their wideouts. And it's Marlon Williams. That should seal the deal for UCF.
Yeah, they didn't get the good high second bounce they wanted. Instead, it went right to David Williams, and he attacked it.
Play clock down to 5.
Needs to run 5 seconds off here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I'm ECU, I'm knocking him down too.
Yeah, that's the ball game. That's the danger right there.
It is.
But that's the game.
Yep. (41-28).
I'm not sure why they're not walking on the field. The game's over.
I'm not either. Yeah.
So this is a little bit dangerous, right? Because Mac knows he needs to run off 5 seconds.
Yep.
But if you're gonna take a knee, you got to take it right away. Otherwise, if you're the defense, you got to come.
Yep. Need to stand there and watch it.
Kind of some unwritten rules going on there.
Yes. 2 coaches. Josh Heupel gets a win for his squad. They're 5-2. Mike Houston and ECU showed a lot of fight, a lot of promise for their program moving forward. The standings and updated records in the American and the East Division. That's going to do it for us here in Orlando. Once again, our final score, 41-28. Favor of UCF. For Ross Tucker, Justin Walters, all of our crew, my name is Ben Holden. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. It was our pleasure to bring it to you. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Let's now send it to our New York studio for Inside College Football.